This conference will now be recorded.
We have discussed how to create a single record inside the object, how to create the related records also inside the object. We have discussed practically. Now, so now today we'll see how can we create bulk records inside the object. Creating bulk records. Whenever we are creating the bulk records, how can we do that? We'll see practically, and then what kind of problems will get arise inside this bulk records creation. We'll see practically what will be the solution for that. We'll see practically in this case. Now, so what do you mean by creating bulk records? Yes.
What about the record types? Like if there is a record type, like how do we insert that records?
We'll see that. We can pass the record type ID field. Okay. We can pass record type ID.
Okay, Feroz, thanks.
So now in this case, whenever we are going to be creating the bulk records inside this object, sometimes I want to create 2 records, 3 records, 10 records, 1000 records. How can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. And then upon creating the bulk records, what kind of problems will get arised? How to solve those problems? We'll see practically. Now, so in this case, how can we create the bulk record? Suppose, for example, assume that I want to create an account record. Then what we can do generally, we are going with that account sum ACC equals to new account. That means we are creating the object of that account class. Because this account class is used to interact with the account table. In order to interact with the account table, we are using this account class. So through this account class, we can interact with the account table and we can create the account records. So we are creating the object of this account class, and then we are supplying the values because acc.name, we are passing some value, acc.rating, we are passing some value. Like that, we are supplying the value for each and every field, and then we are inserting the record, insert some acc. And after that, we are getting the confirmation whether account record has been inserted successfully or not. So we are verifying the condition if the account record ID has been generated or not. Then we are displaying the message system.debug account record ID. We are displaying over here by giving some message. This is the process. Okay, we used to do. We did as of now already here. So we are able to insert the records inside this account object. This is for one account record insertion. So we are passing the value for each and every field of your account record. Once all the field values has been getting supplied, then we are inserting the record by using insert statement, and then we are displaying the confirmation message. This is how we used to do to insert a single record. This is for one record insertion. Suppose I want to insert 10 records, then what we can do? That already you know. During that iterative statements concept that already told you. Okay, that already told you during the iterative statements here. Suppose if you want to print some welcome message, what we can do? We are going to be using that system.debug welcome. So this is the statement which we are using to print the message only once. Suppose I want to print the same message 10 times, then what we can do? We are using a for loop. Now we are using this for loop. So now here we are going to be using this for loop. For integer, counter equals to 1, counter less than or equals to 10, counter plus. That means what we are doing, we are going to be iteratively executing this same statement by using some iterative statements. With the help of iterative statement, it may be by using for loop or while loop or do while or enhanced for loop. We are going to be iterating this statement repeatedly till the required number of times. So till the required number of times we are going to be executing the same statement. Like the similar way here also we can do. Whatever the account record creation code that we are written, write that same code inside this place. That's it. Done. But we are passing the same values. Similar values we are passing for multiple records also. Whatever the 10 records we are creating for all these 10 records, it will be passing the same value, same name, same rating value, same industry, same annual revenue, same address information, everything will be the same. But we are having the possibility to create multiple records inside your object in one shot. So we have the possibility to create the bulk records inside your object in one shot. It may be any object, it may be standard or it may be custom object also. At a time we can able to create the records also. The possibilities are available. So in this case, what needs to be done? Whenever if you want to create some bulk record, nothing but multiple records, we have to use the help of iterative statement. So in order to create the bulk records inside the object, write the piece of code inside the record and then repeatedly execute that same set of statements iteratively till the required number of times over here. Okay, the same thing we are going to follow over here. How can we do that? Now let me explain. By using Apex programming, we can insert bulk records inside the object. Bulk records inside the object with the help of iterative statements. The help of iterative statement. That is, we can write the code to insert the record inside the object and will iterate and will execute. We'll execute the same code iteratively till the required number of times. Till the required number of times. So for example, I'm indicating this is a sample piece of code. So we can able to use it. Depends upon your requirement, we can able to write this piece of code and we can able to execute this piece of code iteratively till the required number of times. Here. That possibility is available. Okay. So now let's see how can we insert the records inside your objects through programming. Now let's see practically. I want to insert the bulk records inside my object. So how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. So let's see the practical part now. So let's take a small use case. Write an Apex program to insert 10 lead records inside the object. I want to insert 10 lead records inside the object. Then how can we insert 10 lead records inside this object? Now let's see practically in this case. So let me explain this concept. How can we do this? Let me go to my execute anonymous window. go to that execute anonymous window. Now, so I want to execute the piece of code. How many times? 10 times, because I want to insert 10 lead records. So that here I'm going to be using the for loop for integer counter equals to 1, counter less than or equals to 10, counter plus. That means keep on I'm counting how many times the records I have inserted as of now. So I'm starting the counter from 1, and then I'm iterating this counter till it is reaching to the 10, and from there keep on I'm going to be incrementing the counter value by 1. So now here in this case I'm going to be iterating this for loop from 1 to till 10. So 10 times it will be executing that piece of code. So inside this we need to write the code over here. Write the code to create a lead record. In order to create the lead record, we need to create that. We need to write that code. What we can do, I'm indicating lead some ld equals to new lead. I'm creating the object of the lead class. I want to pass the fields. Lead dot first name. You know all the fields of lead. Lead dot first name. I'm going to be indicating bulk. Lead dot last name. Like some lead record. And I'm indicating hyphen plus counter. Observe this one. So what is this meaning over here? I'm creating the lead record like as bulk lead record hyphen 1, bulk lead record hyphen 2, bulk lead record hyphen 3, like that up to 10. So every time I'm going to be adding this counter value along with this last name, so that we can able to differentiate that lead records okay, with different names. LD dot title. I'm indicating like as sales manager. LD dot company. I'm indicating like as some Infosys. LD dot status. Lead record status I'm passing like as open, not contacted. LD dot phone. Lead record phone value I'm supplying over here. Lead record fax. I'm passing this value. Lead record email. I'm supplying it as bulk lead plus counter. Nothing but bulk lead 1 plus @ some gmail.com. Like this. I'm preparing this lead record like as bulk lead 1 @gmail.com, bulk lead 2 @gmail.com, like that up to bulk lead 10 @gmail.com. Like that for every lead record, I'm differentiating the email ID also. LD dot industry. I'm passing the value like as some finance. LD dot rating. I'm giving like as art. LD dot annual revenue. I'm giving like as some 29 lakhs. LD dot city. We can use some different city also, no problem, whatever you want. The facility is available. So now I'm not passing all these values over here. Remaining values I don't want. Do we have any other mandatory fields are there inside my lead object? Let's see. We don't have any more fields over here. I'm inserting the lead record. Insert empty. Once the lead record has been inserted, I want to verify the confirmation. If ld.id not equals to null, that means if the lead record ID is not null, lead record ID has been generated. That means lead record is created successfully. I want to indicate that lead record created with ID. I want to indicate ld.id. So lead record has been created successfully with the ID. This is the lead record ID. I'm indicating this message. So I have written some piece of code in order to create a lead record, and then the same code I'm going to be repeatedly executing till the required number of times by using a for loop. So for loop is repeating for how many times? 10 times. So that here it will be creating 10 lead records. In each iteration, it is creating one lead record. So totally 10 times this for loop will be keep on iterating so that it is creating 10 lead records inside your object. This is a way we can able to create the bulk lead records inside our Salesforce instance. Now let me execute this piece of code. Let's see. So let me go with the lead records here. How many lead records are there as of now? I want to cross check. As of now, totally 21 lead records are available. Let's execute this piece of code. Click on execute. Request has been sent to the server. How many lead records it is creating? 10 lead records. So let's go to your Salesforce instance, refresh this user interface. As of now, we have 21. Refresh this user interface. Now we have 31 lead records are available right now. Last name is starting with what? Last name is starting with L. Now it is indicating that these are the lead records. Okay, bulk lead record 1, bulk lead record 2, bulk lead record 3, like that we're having totally 10 lead records are there. So open this lead record. Now we are having this information. We get the lead record details over here. What are the values we have supplied? With those details, it has created 10 lead records inside your lead object over here. All the 10 lead records you can able to see over here in one shot. But if you're creating the record through user interface, how many you can create at a time? Only one, not multiple. Record by record, record by record, record by record, we need to create. Okay, so in this case, that is a problem. So for that reason here, instead of creating the records one by one, we can make it, okay, we can make it in the form of bulk by using this iterative steps. Now, this is a way we can able to create the bulk records inside your Apex programming through with the help of iterative steps.
But the data is same, no?
Yeah, data is same. If you want to pass some different values, then we can go with the procedures concept. Through procedures, we can pass some different values also. The possibility is there. No. So this is the way we are going to be creating this record. Like the similar way, we can create the records inside your other objects also. That possibility will be available.
Because you are going to teach that procedures concept?
Yes, yes. We'll see. Procedures, function, that will be the next features.
Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
So, but in real-time scenarios, we won't have to do, generate the same values again and again for the records. Right?
No, we'll see that. We'll be using that because whenever we are doing the testing process, suppose here upon implementing the functionality, we have to do the unit testing. For the unit testing, we need bulk records. For that one, we are creating these kind of records by using test classes.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we have to create some bulk records also over there.
Oh.
Now, yes.
Here you put counter is 10. If you put counter as more than 150, then it will cross the DML limits.
Yeah, it will be crossing the limitations also. I will tell you that one. Okay, now I'm going to discussing that example.
Okay, please.
Okay, now. So now here in this case, as of now, we have inserted 10 lead records inside my lead object. So let's take one more use case. Write an Apex program to insert 100 hiring manager records inside the object. write an Apex program to insert 100 hiring manager records inside the object. Then how to insert the 100 hiring manager records? Same process, no change at all. How to do that? Now let me show you practically. Now, for that one, I would like to iterate that for loop from 1 to till 100. Counter equals to 1. Counter less than or equals to 100. Counter plus plus. That means what? I'm going to be initializing the counter value with 1 and then keep on I'm incrementing the value by 1 and then I'm going to be executing this statement till the counter value is reaching to 100. So totally 100 times this for loop block will be getting executed. In that block, I'm writing that piece of code to insert that hiring manager record. Write the code to insert the hiring manager record. Write the code to insert the hiring manager record inside your object. Now, so what is this hiring manager class name? Let's go with that. You no need to type manually everything. Just you can go to that. Okay, hiring manager tab. Click on view fields. Here from here also you can able to copy directly. Just to go to the hiring manager class name. Okay, hiring manager __ C. Create the object of this class. I'm indicating some HR record equals to new hiring manager __ C. I'm creating the object of this class. Okay, I'm creating the object of this class.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Could we create this object outside the for loop?
Yeah, we can say we can do that one. But the same values will be getting repeated always. Same memory will be getting allocated. Now, so we are going to be creating the object of this class and then I'm supplying the values. The first field is name. I'm indicating like as bulk HR hyphen. I'm adding that counter value like as bulk HR1, bulk HR2, bulk HR3 like that. And HR dot, what is the second field? Location field. I'm passing the location value. Location __ C equals to, I'm indicating the value like as some Bangalore. Bangalore. Sometimes if you want to change, like as for the first 50 people, if you want to give it like as Bangalore, for the next 50 people, if you want to give like as a Mumbai, then you can change it also here. We can add the conditions. Here we can verify. If the counter value is greater than 50, I want to indicate that location value as Bangalore. Else, HR record dot location __ C equals to some Chennai. You can pass. That means here, if the counter value greater than 50, nothing but 51 onwards, it will be assigning the location as Bangalore till 50 it is assigning like as Chennai. Okay, so we can differentiate that. That possibility is also available inside this for loop. We can use one more for loop also, one more while loop, do while if conditions, switch statement, everything we can use, no problem. There is no limitation at all. And then I would like to supply the HR record dot contact number. I'm passing this contact number over here. Contact number equals to, I'm passing this value. HR record dot email ID. Copy this email ID field name. You can able to supply. I'm indicating bulk HR plus counter. That means bulk HR1, bulk HR2 like that. Plus @ I'm indicating gmail.com. That means bulk record1 @ gmail.com, bulk HR2 @ gmail.com like that. And then we can insert HR record. Once the record has been inserted, I want to cross check that. If HR record dot ID not equals to null, that means if the HR records ID value is not null, if the ID has been generated, then I want to show the message. Hiring manager record ID is HR record dot ID. So I'm going to be collecting the idea of that hiring manager record which has been generated by Salesforce, and then that ID I'm representing on my debug lab file for my confirmation. So for my confirmation, I'm representing this value so that this is a confirmation for me or an acknowledgement for me that my record has been inserted successfully over here. This is how we are going to be inserting the record inside your object. Not only one, multiple records also we can able to insert inside your object over here. That possibility is available to you. Now, so now let's see in this case how can we insert these records. Now, click on execute. It is sending the request to my Salesforce instance. Request has been sent. Go to the hiring manager object. Get all the records. Now we can see those records as well. 100 records we have inserted. Already 13 records are there. So totally 113 records are there. Starting with the character B, bulk. Okay, B, it is having 100 records are there. Bulk HR1, bulk HR2, bulk HR3. Like that, it is having all the 100 records inside my object. This is how we are going to be inserting the bulk records. Now, not only one, not only the related bulk records also we can insert. But there is a problem. Let me explain what is the problem over here. So whenever I'm executing this piece of code, it is generating a debug log file, right? Yes. When you come down to the debug log file, it is indicating how many DML statements you have used as part of this Apex program. As part of this small program, what are the limitations you have used, everything we can able to see over here. So now number of SOQL queries we have used 0 out of 100. Number of DML statements, how many we have used? 100, because here 100 times it is using DML statement. DML statement means what? Insert, update, delete, undelete, and then upsert, merge. These are 6 DML statements are there. So now here in this case, now we have written that insert statement over here. So this is first time. In the first iteration, one time insert statement will be used. Second iteration, second insert statement. Third iteration, third. Like that, how many insert statements it is using? 100. So insert is comes under DML statement. So in this case, when you go to this particular debug log file, it is indicating. So number of DML statements used is 100 out of 150. Okay, 100 out of 150. So that means what? Salesforce has given the limitation up to 150 DML statements we can use, not more than that. Now, sometimes I'm inserting multiple records, more number of records. Like for example, I'm giving the values like this. I'm indicating like some sample HR. I'm inserting the records like a sample HR. So how many? I'm inserting some 200. So now counter value equals to 1 to counter value equals to 200. That means what? Totally 200 records I'm inserting right now. Let's see what will happen in this case. Okay, let's see what will happen in this case over here. Click on execute. Let's see. I did not modify the logic. Now it is showing some exception to me. System.limit exception, too many DML statements 151. That means what? So boss, Salesforce has given the governor to you upon using the DML statements that we can use maximum of 150 DML statements only, but we are trying to be using 151 also, which cannot be possible, so that we are aborting all your transaction. That means you are cancelling the complete 150 operations also, so the previous 150 operations will be getting cancelled automatically. So in this case, what happened? Whenever I'm using this DML statements, then Salesforce has given the limitation that we can able to use maximum of 150 DML statements per transaction, not more than that. Per transaction, we can use maximum of 150 DML statements. When you try to use 151th DML statement, Salesforce will be giving that exception, that is system.limit exception. That means you are crossing the limitation which has been given by Salesforce. They have given that limitation till 150 DML statements you can use per transaction, but you are trying to be using 151th also, which cannot be possible. So it is going to be aborting your operation. All the previous 150 operations will be getting cancelled.
Are you there, sir?
He's facing connectivity issue. Maybe it takes time.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Hello? Hello, sir?
Hello, Firoz.